I'm just gonna stop that.
Why
I'm not
would you
even
do
gonna
it?
fade it. This is a very
Don't bump that
unprofessional stream today. Room transition. Oh, I didn't even move the thing over. Look at that. So,
The glare in here is not bad at all. I didn't know how the sun hit.
no, it's not bad. No, everything's working out pretty well with this room. Like, doesn't smell bad. You know, as long as the AC's on, I think the heat won't be a problem.
Yeah.
So.
It's hardwood, so it won't get like damp and.
Yeah.
Damp.
Yeah. Like I could turn this thing on if I needed to, but it's like I don't think we really need to. It's just two people. I think once we get a bunch of people, then we need to. But so anyway, there's no one on here. I don't think anyway.
Oh, so what does this mean? 3 of 3? Is that your signal?
So no, what that means is that this chat basically takes what it's supposed to do, and it actually works. Sometimes a little clunky, but it takes the Facebook chat, the Twitch chat, and the YouTube chat. It kind of connects to all of them.
Got it.
And then puts them all in one spot. So what happens is you'll see as people chat up here, they'll be their little. There's like a Twitch has a logo. We have a Twitch logo, a Facebook logo.
Got it. Where platform they're coming in from?
And it shows where and then what it does.
Is this Reddit? No. What is that R? What is this?
Oh, it's called Restream.
Restream.
Restream is this. Basically, it's a site you connect to. It basically put your information in. So I stream to the site and it sends out to the different platforms.
Cool.
So
very cool.
Yeah. So anyway, hi everybody. Anyone that's on there. Like I said, just very, very like relaxed, fun stream today. I have nothing really planned. We were just kind of taping fingers and talking about football. So I figured I'd just turn it on and keep going like that. As people come in, they can chat. We'll just go from there. So anyway, we'll just pretend they're not there until people chat. So anyway, like yeah, they. What was I saying?
We were talking about how they couldn't run on that defense.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about Jacksonville. I don't know. Jacksonville teams are good, man.
The only other team that they had any kind of problem stopping, like in terms of the defense, was the Jets, which is weird.
Really?
Well, it was one of those things where
I couldn't even name a player on the Jets in that time frame. Neil O'Donnell?
Curtis Martin, I think, might have been running back for them. But that's about it. That might have been before him even.
Yeah.
But like, it was one of those things where they didn't run. I think it was just they kind of spread out and passed a lot. And
did the Patriots give them any problem? Was that the Parcells Patriots, like the Drew Bledsoe?
Drew Bledsoe, they didn't play them that year.
Okay.
So I don't think they.
I think Oakland beat. Was that the Tuck? No. It must have been a year after that.
It was a year after that was Tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that Jets game, what happened was the Jets like moved it all over the field, but then turned it over in the end zone and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
they were not good.
They had a whole bunch of yards, like 400 to 500 yards, but you know,
not still figure out a way to
well,
lose.
And the thing is that the Ravens needed Jermaine Lewis, the returner. He returned a kickoff and a punt for touchdowns in that game. For them to win that game.
That's awesome. I love Jermaine Lewis.
Also, just a little history on that. If I remember correctly, and I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was his first game back.
From what?
His baby had
been
born.
That's right. I do remember that.
And so he was.
He
had the first game back from that.
I do remember that.
He returns the kickoff and a punt for a touchdown. You know, and stuff. Yeah, Jermaine Lewis. He was from
Maryland.
Maryland, yeah.
Yeah. He ran into some problems too.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I think I knew some people that were at an event that he was at the thing, and I think it's kind of I think it's like that's the thing.
So are you old enough to remember the Baltimore Stallions?
Oh yeah, I went to the Stallions game. I went to one Stallions game at Memorial.
I remember my dad telling me about it, and I was actually in the Army at the time, or maybe at the school, wherever I was. But I never had a chance to go, and he's like, "Yeah, Baltimore has a USFL team, and they play at Memorial Stadium."
Yep.
And I was like, "Really?" And then I'm trying to think how many games did the Ravens play? Did the Ravens play any games at Memorial Stadium?
They played for
2
seasons. The first 2 seasons, I think they did.
Can you name the quarterback?
Vinny Testaverde.
That was Vinny Testaverde.
Yep.
And then Tony Banks, or no?
Tony Banks, I think, was after that. Tony Banks was like 99, 2000. He started this season, that Super Bowl season. He started.
Oh, really? Before Dilfer?
Well, because they went 5 games without a touchdown, offensive touchdown.
Yeah, I remember that. The defense
and they won 3 of those games.
Like 3-0.
Yeah, because of Matt Stover. Kicking. So that's another thing I talk to my friends. We're just talking football. So people are like, they're talking football. Leave. Doesn't matter. Like I said, it's people chat, they chat, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Everyone.
There was.
Oh, okay.
There was, but now it seems like they're out. So.
Sorry.
They were like, oh no, I don't care. Like I said, I did more streams this week than I do in a month. So,
productivity is
so it's like, yeah, I didn't even think about what I was going to show or anything today. I'm just going to stretch out something.
Yeah,
So,
Stover. Matt Stover.
so that's why I talked to my friend Wes a lot about the fact that, like Ravens fans are very, very spoiled when it comes to kickers.
Oh my God! Like, can you believe they can improve from Stover?
I know, right?
To this guy.
Well,
I mean,
so the only thing is, and none of them will forget that there was 1 year in between, basically, where they had Billy Cundiff, and he flubbed the kick an AFC Championship game. The year before they won it in 2011 against the Patriots.
Okay.
First, Flacco.
I'm so jealous. Oh hey!
Hey, what's up?
Yay!
How's it going? Nice to see you. We're just kind of hanging out and talking about football. So I was telling him I did more streams this week than I usually do in a month. So today's a very relaxed whatever stream. So we're kind of talking about football, Ravens football history right now. So if people jump in, want to ask questions and stuff, they can feel free.
Hey, be safe out there, Sabrina.
Yeah. Hopefully everything's going well. I see a lot of your posts and stuff. So seems like you're getting along. Same thing with Justin. I see a lot of his posts and stuff. So hopefully I haven't really checked in with them though.
Yeah. The real heroes.
But what was I saying?
Billy
it was well, so Flacco threw a pass to Lee Evans, who they had gotten from the Bills, I think.
I remember
after
Lee
that.
Evans.
Yeah,
I remember that
and
name.
he dropped a touchdown pass, which would have been to take the lead.
Oh man.
But we were only down by 3. It was at the end of the game, and so he drops a pass and like, all right, 4th down. Billy Cundiff, they're like kick a field goal, get a tie it, and then continue on. And then Billy Cundiff just shanked the kick and missed it. And it was like,
I was there. Remember that?
Oh,
where
God,
was it?
yeah.
And was it in?
It was in New England.
New England.
Well, so what was good, and there were so many like. I wonder if it looks the same from outside as someone who's not a Ravens fan, because if you look from outside, that because they won the Super Bowl the next season,
right?
And how everything kind of played out, it was like if you were writing like a movie, right?
It would be scripted to
because Ray Lewis got hurt in the middle of the season, tore his tricep, I think, and went on IR. But they left him on the IR as like designated to return in the off chance that he could play by the playoffs, basically. And so they make it to the playoffs, and before the first playoff game, it's going to be his first game back. He'd been out for like 8 weeks or something.
Yeah.
He basically says, this is whatever happens. Whenever we're out, we're done. And that's it, and I'm done. Like, this is my last season.
Ray said that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was, oh, God. Yeah. It was I think it was the first.
Season back since his
issue. The first practice back, or the first press conference where he was like reactivated and coming back.
Yeah.
We had kind of stumbled into the playoffs, but we were going to play the Broncos again. I think it was the Colts. So he came out to the press conference and he's like, I told my team today that this is my last ride. Whenever it's done, it's done. So there's that, which kind of motivates the people, the other players. So then they play against the Broncos and Manning, where it looks like it was over, and then Flacco is the bomb to Jacoby Jones to tie it up, the high miracle they call it and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then they go back to New England where Lee Evans drops the ball. He's not on the team anymore. Billy Cundiff missed the kick. He's not on the team anymore. Now they have this rookie. Justin Tucker. And then they go into New England, and the first half is like last year's, very, very close.
Same thing.
And in the second half, it was almost like they said, basically, Joe's gonna win it or not. And they came out throwing it, and Joe just killed him. Second half. The second half, it wasn't even close. So they win the Super. They win the Super Bowl.
Look at that.
And the whole thing. So
I
I
was
was
so
like,
spoiled, man.
I know, right?
So spoiled.
Yeah.
God.
So it was one bad year of kicking, but then between it, it's like Matt Stover was the guy when the Browns came over, and it was until the year before that. Then they had Billy Cundiff for a year, oust him. Actually, it might have been 2 seasons because they had Stephen Hauschka too.
I remember Hauschka.
He was missing a lot of kicks. He missed the kick again. He missed the kick against the Vikings with Favre
Uh-huh.
That was
Oh, that was the part there, yeah.
Vikings. He missed a kick there.
Was that in a playoff game or that was like a
It's a regular season game. Regular season game, but yeah. Well, that's where I was like, they cut him eventually, and I was like, that guy's garbage. And then he ended up like, he won Super Bowls with the Seahawks. He was a Seahawks kicker when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And something else.
Oh, when Russell Wilson won?
Yeah.
That's where I know House's name from.
Yep. Oh.
Damn. This kicker's always kidding.
He may have been. It's possible he might have been the kicker for the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl last. I don't think so, but that would be funny if Stephen Hauschka had like multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah, all those rings, right?
Like, he's such garbage.
That's how it is for those kickers.
I think he's also one of the guys that got it, kind of pulled it together, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have way too much Ravens history in my
No, that's
stupid
awesome,
brain
man. That's true
and
fan.
stuff like that. Well,
True fandom.
It's too much. So we'll stretch out a little bit, whatever. We can just we can even just roll at some point.
Yeah.
And say, screw it.
Yeah.
People show up.
Let's do it.
And hopefully my stomach's been okay today.
That's good, man.
So we'll see. Hopefully, everything's good.
Did you eat before this?
About 2 hours ago.
Yeah,
I had some oatmeal though, so it was like something very. Usually oatmeal's pretty light. Like I've eaten oatmeal on a train without it being a problem before.
Yeah.
I had a coffee like at 9 a.m. So. What's up? Any people there? Oh, did I? Okay. For a second, for a second I thought I had kept the webcam. The microphone muted, but it's not.
Cool.
I see people popping in. It looks like on Facebook, so I don't even know who's there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I don't have any plans to show unless someone asks something about something. Oh, and then they're going. Oh, see, this is the thing. I don't even know how
so people just kind of like, if they
they'll
see that
they'll click on it and then they'll jump out. Or like, oh, they're not doing anything I care about. Or
so is most of the folks via Twitch that come in that are kind of like followers of
PlatinumJ? Yes. So I added Facebook on here because it was easy to throw in. It was just another thing, especially once I was doing the like nightly stream stuff. Because I was like, why not? And so far, I think it's actually worked pretty well. I wasn't having as many of the problems I was having before. But yeah, I would say like on Twitch is where the people that kind of follow me mostly watch.
Yeah.
Some people watch on YouTube here and there. And I also will say I probably get the most like random people jumping in on Twitch. Like a lot of the people that follow me or watch my streams on Twitch, I don't know them. Like
because Twitch is more of a like active viewing platform, where YouTube is like, I mean, I go to YouTube not to see like what's going on live.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. So YouTube has its own whole live thing.
Really?
And they're trying to push it to compete. I mean, like, there's a whole space where like you can gamers, just like Twitch gaming. It's YouTube gaming. But I think it's just like everybody just knows Twitch. Twitch is the it's like, you know, if I don't know, I'm trying to find a good example, like of something, well, like a Kleenex or whatever. Like there's facial tissue,
right?
But everybody calls it Kleenex.
That's
most people know, like gaming streaming is Twitch. You know, there's a new one Microsoft put out called Mixer. That they're competing with Twitch, and they actually signed some of the biggest people from Twitch, the biggest streamers on Twitch.
Is that where like Ninja go over there?
And this other guy.
Of course, my son knows that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know it too. It's just too, but
trying to pull.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, they were pull, you know, because that's a huge group. Because I mean, a guy like Ninja gets when he's streaming. You know, I don't know how it is these days, but when I was kind of paying attention to him back when he was on Twitch, I mean, he was getting, on average, 50,000 viewers.
Oh my God.
Like most of the time in the evening, peak time was like 75, which is like crazy. That's crazy numbers. So, so they signed him. I think they signed the guy Shroud, who was a pretty, popular guy. Maybe some other people. I don't know. I kind of don't pay attention to it that much.
Yeah.
Because I watch some people, like I don't watch gaming streams to watch people play video games most of the time because I'm not that interested in watching people play. I'd prefer just to play the game.
Just to play yourself, right?
But I like watching people that are entertaining.
So like the commentary, right?
Yeah. Like or just
yeah.
like where it's funny or you know. I forgot to show you last time. I'll have to remember after this to show you who Dr. Disrespect is. He's a pretty funny character. He does this whole thing, so but it's funny. Like he, I'm interested to watch because I mean,
you want to be entertained on some level. The game is not
so yeah. There's something else I thought about. I guess we should start talking about some
let's
stuff here. Something I was thinking about with that setup that I used to kind of get double unders.
And I saw on the tape where you pull that lapel.
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking is something I attack a lot of times is the straight arm attack on the arms that are extended.
Okay.
So when I get double unders like that,
I can walk back.
Yeah, I can attack either and start to like control and like you can finish that with like an arm bar. You can finish there, but a lot of times you use it to sweep or use them to move.
So let me ask a question about that because when JP showed that, like when you have those double unders, boom, and he didn't do it with the lapel grab, but he got those double unders, and then he just stiffened his both thighs out and just walk back. Yeah. So he didn't even try to go one side or the other. So my hips would you're automatically stretching me out by just walking back with that.
Well, so that's the thing. That's why when I was doing it before, it was important to kind of stretch you out because if I don't stretch you out, you're gonna like, kind of turtle down. Yeah. And I'm not going to be able to extend your arms up because you're going to get tight. Right. And I don't want that. So when I extend it up and almost like kind of make you float on it, it's like, where it's like you're extended out, you can't really get close in. Yeah. That will make it easier for me to attack stuff and you're kind of stuck there trying to get
because you have in that space, that double under, and then you having like your legs above my thighs. There's no way I can get back that terrain back. So you can just stretch out.
Well, this is the thing. This is why I have to play with it more because I have to see how reasonable it is to be able to pull that off like consistently. Yeah. Because getting double under, when I have a double under, there, like, let's just go there real quick. When I have a double under like that, I'll go here. When I have a double under, whether it's here, whatever, like as I'm stretching you out, so you don't feel like you can.
I can't get back when you're pushing your thighs. I can't. I don't have anything to.
Yeah, exactly. So and that's what. If I start to loosen up, that's when you can start to kind of start to But one of the obvious one of the benefits I have in this position is that I have so many options of where to go. Yeah. Like when I have this up, I can sweep you this way. Yeah. I can come out this way. Yeah. You know, I have so many different avenues to attack. Yeah. And the thing is,
it's almost like that's why I gave my back because I felt like that was a more secure position than like playing that.
Yeah, where you have no control over. At least on your back, you're not kind of floating. Exactly. I understand. And that's the thing. So I wonder, I have to spend. I have to spend more time playing with it to see if I can, how consistently I can get that because the way you do it, I've seen that shown before to break someone down in the guard. Because if I can flare your elbows out, even if you can keep your hands posted.
That pull was strong,
you don't have...
I wasn't expecting that too. Like I was playing up there and it's like, boom!
Yeah. So that's the thing. I wonder how effective I can make that consistently work, Sure. Because it's important to kind of time it where you're doing that and using your legs really strong at the same time.
Yeah, I felt the pull. I was going to mention that too, that you flared and you pulled really strong with
your... Yeah, you have to. Yeah. The only other thing I worry about, in honesty, is that I worry that you're going to just headbutt me straight in my face.
Right, come down on me.
Well, because, so when I pull you out like this, your face is coming straight down, so I might get a forehead right in my nose or something. Yeah. That would be no good. So I think about that. I think when I flare, I have to turn my head or whatever, or go like this to make sure I don't get headbutted in the face. Yeah. Because they're going to come down hard.
When you normally get double unders, do you normally shoot for them both at the same time? Or do you go one first and then try to get another?
I think any time I've gotten double unders, it's going at both at the same time. Boom. You can get one and the other, but the problem is whenever I get an underhook that's not double unders, I'm almost always going to shift to that side, and then getting the other underhook is not very reasonable. Right. The only time,
already started moving.
Yeah, because I want to be on my side, based up, or so you can't flatten me out. Yeah. Because to get double unders, I kind of have to let you flatten me out. Right. But with the double unders, I can put you in that position where you're kind of stuck. You know, so it's kind of, if I get it, I'm fine. Yeah. But if I don't get it, then I'm going to be flattened out more, you know? Because if like I have the underhook on one side and I go for the other one and I flatten, but I don't get it, now I'm just flattened out with the underhook on one side, and now I have to start building that up again.
As soon as you have the underhook on one side, I'm immediately using this other hand, like I shoot that down to try to either stuff or get around that side. Because if you get an underhook on this side, then I don't have anything to get back with. So.
Yeah, I agree. So that's the thing with the double under. It's almost like I feel like if I could get to the position routinely, I'm gonna have so many options. Like that thing I was trying is just one.
Yeah.
But coming out to the back is gonna be there all the time because there's nothing keeping me from stripping out. You know, there's nothing keeping me from kind of just like even a basic like extending you out and chop sweeping you over, like stretching you out,
a butterfly,
like a butterfly or a scissor type sweep from that extended out. Because that's what people do with that when they get one of the arms trapped. Is they'll sweep to that side with the butterfly because they can't base because their arms.
That's an overhook.
No, underhook.
Got it. Here and then.
Well, so like here, I'll show you. So if I have this here.
Oh yes. You get out that side. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I can do also is like if you start to or you start to get flat. See this thing? I don't want your head higher than your shoulder because then you can start to pressure and pull out. So I have to keep this high and tight and like hug so that you can't, as you try to posture up.
Yeah, you're down my shoulder. I feel you on my shoulder.
Yeah. But then if we ended up squaring back up, like I ended up more of this, but I still have this control.
Yeah.
You know, now I can start
taking me this way.
taking you this way by extending you out. I'm not really good at these. And you can do it the same way. You can do any of these kind of sweeps where it's like either a butterfly kind of thing or a scissor or like a chop. You know, because as long as I have this extended out here and turned out so when I come up, you know, and keep this. And now here I'm going to try to keep this tight and well.
Don't let this get back.
Yeah, come under here and squish up. But I'm not super great at those. I'm good at controlling the arm, getting it extended out, but I'm not very good at sweeping from there yet.
Controlling and getting the hooks in?
Well, so I can get the control and I can get the hooks. It might also not help that the people I'm doing against are people like Ryan who like every time I hook and roll, they're going to step up. So I really have to get the angling right. So what I end up, it's like a little defeatist sometimes though. It's like when I'll go for it, I know they're going to step up. So then I underhook or I transition to like the X guard or something to get under there, take advantage of the fact that they're stepping up now.
To make that use of that space.
But really I should
really
want to be able to get the sweep, you know, because I have the positioning and stuff. So same thing with butterfly sweeps. When I try to butterfly sweep like JP and stuff, I have it really hard time keeping them from stepping up.
They're already kind of they're comfortable kind of floating in that middle space.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, and that's maybe why I don't go. I don't use them against like JP as much as if I try for a butterfly sweep and he turns his hip out, he'll turn it into like a what is that? Like a stack pass or whatever. Basically, where my hips now stuck over like this. Like I'm going to here like this, and he switches it. So then it cuts down here and comes through here, and then I'm stuck here. You know, and I don't quite know exactly what I'm screwing up. I think the other thing is sometimes it's like when I get those kind of sweeps on other people, I feel confident about it, but I think it's because my setups are done well. Whereas against someone like him,
you're kind of hesitant, and you're not. Like,
well, it's not even that I'm hesitant necessarily. It's just he doesn't let me. Like I'm trying something, but I don't have the best setup. So
whatever that one little
so it's like I don't have 100% of a good technique going. Whether it's like a grip is just is missing or something like that, and it kind of messes up the rest of it. It makes it kind of like everything's more difficult than it feels like it should be. So it's really annoying. I think someone's watching on Facebook. Let me try real quick. On Twitch, someone's watching on Twitch. Hello, Twitch viewer, whoever you may be. We're just BSing today, playing around. So if you have questions, ask. But the concept of that game is kind of similar to even like a feel like it's similar to like a lapel game even, because it's the same thing, same principles when I'm playing like butterfly or anything. Is it's like I'm using the butterfly to still control your hip distance, but the thing is that I guess with the butterfly especially, the more you pressure in, usually the easier it gets to sweep.
Like my hips have to be over your hips, right? But if I'm playing back, which anytime I feel that hook in, I have to stuff it and get back.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it depends on also the way people play. Like some people will come into the butterfly and play around with it, you know, and then some people will just back out and basically make me just go to something else. Yeah, which is fine.
It's like, what is that hook there for, other than to elevate you? Right?
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, I mean, like it's not like that hook
also
is gonna
like really in truth, it's also just
range
range. Yeah, to control your hip and keep have a some sort of barrier or some sort of control on your hip because you know I prefer, depending on the situation, my feet on your hips because I feel like I have a more control, one or two. But then with the butterfly, it's the same type of control. Yeah. But I just can't. I have to be mindful. I can't let my legs get killed because it's easy to like. Yeah, because if my foot's on the hip and you start to kill this, I can still push from back. But when I'm under and you start to kill this, it's going to go through. Like I'm going to get smashed. I don't have the ability to push.
You come down on top of the thigh.
Yeah, and then I'm like this, and I'm trying to push away instead. Where I really need to keep my knee out. I mean, even on stuff like when you like you do that weave where you put your arms. Yeah, here. Like I need to before you get here. I think Jason sent the video. That was actually talking about this, and I was looking at it earlier, and I was like, okay. And it's the concept's pretty simple, but it's essentially like when I go back a little bit before you, when you like, let's say I'm playing knee shield, which is usually where we end up like that. Yeah. And I feel you starting to come through. I need to turn out here. So it's going to give me, first off, it's harder for you to do that. Even if you get it kind of down, I'm still angled out. Yeah. But here's them using it for other things, which I won't talk about yet, in case I need it.
Keep a few secrets in the...
Yeah. But it's like little stuff like that is just the stuff that you have to adjust on the fly and be able to do. Yeah. Because the problem is as soon as something like that starts to get broken down, then you're going to start to get stuck.
Sure. That's where I get lassoed the most too. Oh yeah. Like guys, as soon as I put that down, absolutely. Guys then rather than let me do that weave pass or rope pass, whatever they call it, they'll just kick that heel through and then grab it. Yeah, and that'll take it. So I have to address that. Yeah, that's that's like I guess the weakness of that pass is that you're basically putting your arm right into the lasso. But again, it's the same principle though as I just talked about. Like even if they get the lasso, if their knee's pointed down, it doesn't matter. No. But as soon as the knee points up, now you have a lot of problems, especially with the grip, because now you're stuck. Yeah. But even if you're stuck with the lasso, but the knee is pointed the opposite direction, you can smash down on it, and that grip is not going to be. Even if it's here as you're passing, you can just roll it and go. Yep. They have to like bail basically on it and do something else. Yep. So. Yeah, and that's why, and it's weird because like I've known a number of people that have got their knee hurt doing lasso, but I've never turned that knee out.
I think so. Like I don't know. I think maybe they're doing it against like very violently moving people, and it's just getting kind of twisted or something. Yeah. But I've never felt really like I've been in danger of like anything, or maybe it's just because when I feel like I have hit danger, I just let it go and bail. Yeah. You know.
Well, it's just like how guys get hurt knee cutting. I mean, like the knee is weird.
Yeah,
some people's knees can have that torque and flexibility.
Yeah.
Some guys can't. You know?
You have like
you don't know until you've
the meows who don't have
exactly.
Like, I don't even know what's wrong with there's something wrong with their legs. Yeah. I think they just grew up with their legs being twisted around.
That's right. It's like as babies, you can bend like joints and theirs have been all stretched out.
All right. Well, no one's really chatting in, and we're just kind of yapping. So maybe we'll just let's just flow a little bit.
We got 30. Cool.
Like nothing. We can build up, and then we'll get some full rolling in, obviously. But we'll just flow like guard pass, recover.
What do you want?
Sweep. We'll just start close guard and just move like very very relaxed, very relaxed feel to kind of get warmed up instead of just jumping writing stuff. I think I'm officially too old to just.
Oh man,
these days.
yeah. Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Alright. And obviously, if anyone wants to chime in and chat or say hi or whatever, I'll try to keep an eye on stuff. We're just messing around. If you have any questions, ask away. There's a Rovers too, but
For the speaker?
yeah, but I think it's in the back. Sorry to ask them. If I can pick the lock on the front door, I'm going to come crash the stream. Hey, we're here. You have the address now, I think. So if you can make it out, if you can.
Who's that?
Jason.
Blair?
Yeah. I don't know. I could call and say I'm your long lost cousin and hey, what's up, Andre?
Andre.
Your long lost cousin and I need help because I'm getting attacked by the virus or something. I don't know. Sneak out. I'm gonna move around a little bit before I get started. Just to jam up a little. Oh, you know the address too, Andre.
Come on, come join us, Andre.
Yeah. I tried to get Jason out here, I think,
Yeah.
the other day. Oh yeah.
We gotta break him out.
Yeah, we got to yeah.
We're gonna break you out, Jason.
I think about the answer real quick. I joked that we'd have to put together like a Ocean 11 style plan.
Yeah. Drop ins.
Yeah. We need to get Miha. He can
Yeah.
climb in the ceiling.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a while.
I think I saw him last time I was at Gun Control.
Nice kid.
Yeah, he's down to keep working on Grimlows and stuff because I'm just gonna come to him in like a year and be like, all right, now teach me.
Yeah.
Teach me all the tricks.
Yeah.
Let him do all the work figuring it
He's
out.
like a specialist. That's like, you know,
I'll take it.
before white belt, he just said he's like, this is what I do.
Well, that's why the other day on the stream, I didn't want to tell the person like, don't do Grimlows,
Yeah.
even though you're a great belt or whatever, like because if you work on it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like you have to make sure your guard game is good too. If your guard game's not good, then being able to
get
move
exposed.
So you're just gonna get stuck.
Exposed.
So, but if your guard retention game's good and you can ground below, then great. It's like just do the whole thing. But so, I was pretty happy with that key the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was. It worked. It felt good. Like I don't know how it'll hold up long term. I think it will. But I have a couple other keys.
You watched it like in like cold water.
Yep. So it's supposed to be pretty strong, so it shouldn't shrink much. But so anyway, yeah, like it's just rolling around like sweet, back sweet. Still sweet home. Hips forward. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. I didn't know if you were rolling.
As soon as you turn like that,
You can't switch it. You have to come on that one.
come out.
Nice. Great music.
I have to go to grip.
Yeah.
Try to figure that out.
Yeah.
I should go to stuff and flowing. I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm gonna do with.
Yeah, just
go. Oh, that's like, Yeah.
More grip?
Yeah.
Alright, go. Finish real quick.
Yeah.
Just remember, yeah, when we get to here,
Mm-hmm.
how it's not just leaving this here,
Yeah.
you have to catch that. Because if you don't, boom. Yeah. You got it, yeah.
Lock this up.
Yeah, this is called, well,
So what do I want to do here? I just want to hold you here.
so,
Like once you backstep and I'm off the backstep, right?
what's up? Hey guys, that's Rowan. Oh, he's from the BJJ Reddit forum.
Oh,
I post around sometimes and stuff.
got it.
Yeah, we're just taking advantage. I have a space I can use, so we're kind of just taking advantage to get some work in. So, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. We can talk about some stuff. We're just kind of flowing and playing around and listening to music. Have a good time.
Knock it out.
So you're
Yeah,
saying
you're saying we were talking
so
about.
if you backstep, let's say let's
Oh, so that's like a reverse half of it. So let's do it this way so they can see.
This way.
Yeah. So this is what's gonna happen, and now I'll just talk to them. Actually, let me try a little bit. Just tell them to take it really easy. Just you want to do a drill. Just tell them you want to drill it, so they don't have to do nothing. Like have them just sit there, so you can drill guard passes on them. Like just kind of maybe step them in. You know, have them be the person on the bottom. All they gotta do is lay there, and then go, hey, you want to give it a try? They say no, it's all right. As long as you have a partner to work with, give it a go. You know. So what's gonna happen? And I'll tell this to everybody out here too, who's watching this now or later. When you're knee cutting and they underhook, or they're knee cutting and you underhook, a lot of times what the response is going to be is you're going to underhook your head and backstep. Because you saw when we came over, you tried to come up, but because of my shoulder and that, you couldn't really come up into it. Yeah. And the thing is, like you weren't holding this, so I'm immediately going to come out, and now I can drive all the pressure. Especially if I get this real deep, you're done. So in all truth, a couple things you can do, and I'm not really great on a lot of things when they have this. But what will happen a lot of times is people will go,
Come over top.
yeah, like so. I'll be honest, against you,
Uh-huh.
I might not do it. Or what happens is if they get to turn in,
Here.
or they start to turn in, or maybe I'm here and they get under here, then I'm gonna come in
Stretch me.
and stretch you out. So this is where I have a lot. Actually, I like being in this position because I'll take it back
As
with this.
Yeah.
This,
It's bad.
there's different things. So there's a couple things you can do from here. And the concept is here. Let's switch it up. I'll show you. So, hold on. So when they have the shoulder pressure, I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm not quite sure. I haven't really shown this before, so we're going to play with it a little bit. But the concept's actually not that hard to think about. because once we get to that position, I'll kind of show you, we're not in a bad position necessarily.
Yeah.
Depends on how we deal with what they're doing. All right. So let's say you were knee cutting. Yeah, and I get the underhook. So you're gonna back step, yes, boom, and yeah, pressure in. Yes, okay. So one of the kind of things I'm gonna be able to do here is I'm gonna start to open the lapel. And what I wanna do is I need to switch my arm and get it under here and pass this under so that I can get,
You push on my hips?
well, so what I'm trying to do here, actually, if I can get this back here.
I can't come back that way.
Well, I'm trying to remember, because it's been a while since I've done this, but I think I'm trying to get to here, like this, and then let's go ahead and get the shoulder pressure back in, because what I'm going to do now is I'm like,
Am I gonna come back over here? Because I can't come back out this
well, that's
way.
why I'm doing this fast.
Right.
So I'm here, I almost feel like,
Where'd that go?
I did
Yeah,
here,
now I'm blocked.
here, and then when I bridge up, sorry. Okay, so I'm like this.
here.
I'm already past when I come up. I'm not very good at those. So to be honest, I'm not very good at those. Yeah, that back step there is great because if you lose the underhook, like when we were flowing earlier, he got the underhook and I whizzered hard on that, and he just trapped it and back stepped or rolled me back. So a lot of times people aren't going to want to whizzer hard, so they're going to underhook the head and back step instead and flatten out. And it's really a good position to stop when you lost the underhook. But you are kind of vulnerable to what those kind of things. If I can get the lapel through, or get a kind of, there's a grip setup, and I'm not really good at these grip setups, to be honest, JP.
Yeah,
Shown me
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
But once I get a lapel through and gripped, basically I've already passed your guard.
Right.
I'm just holding it, and then when I bridge up and I come to turn out.
Yeah.
But what I'm really good at is when they do it the other way, when they underhook the.
Oh, come stretch out.
Stretch out under my here.
Let me do that.
So we'll do that. So we're here. Let's go this way. Your knee cut this way. So we're here. Your knee cutting. I underhook. You back step here. Right. So we end up here like this. Right. Let's say you don't like this. So I get here. Yes. So here. So now what I have to do. First off, I have to make sure I'm holding the leg. If I lose a leg, then I'm bad. Don't like that. So I need to make sure I keep this. You know, I can even like trap, lock it, because the problem is if I lock it like this, you have your hand there. So I need to kind of do top down, hook, or figure four, so you just can't pull it out. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pulling this out. And hopefully I've gotten this out before this, you know, so it's easier. But yeah, I get this out here, and I get a good, just like a thumb down grip on it, and I stretch. Drive my elbow into your back, and I come up on my elbow. All right, so now, if you look, you can't turn to your right because of this. You can't turn your left because of that. If you turn your left and go up, you're getting your back up. You don't want to do that. No. All right. So then, once I'm here, my top leg has to be over the top. Okay. Take my bottom leg out. I strip out. Shoot. Here. Take it back. This is what I kind of. I like that. So anytime they go to that reverse half guard through, I always attack that because
There's nothing blocking me from you grabbing my lapels and all that.
So-
I'm focused on.
So the problem is, it's kind of hard to get the lapel out if it's tucked in when you're already stuck. Because all I have to do is I'm pulling from the back.
Yeah.
But typically when I train, oh, is that your? Yeah. I always sit out without the lapel there. Always sit out with the lapel. Sorry, I'm in my mind about what we were just talking about. I'm not sure which part you're talking about. Always sit out without the lapel. Yes. So the problem. Okay, I got it now, Zach. So yeah. So the problem is, if you try to sit out without the lapel, there's nothing keeping them from just turning up into you. So if I don't have the lapel and I try to come out, they're going to just turn up into basically top half guard on me. So that's why I have to get the lapel and control it so that they can't turn. You want to give that a try?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Orient.
Yeah, that's good. Down here, attack the V-cut here, the underhook. I'm like, oh, this is bad. Back, boom, here. So this is where you're probably most likely going to attack to get this out. This is where you're going to, yes, you're going to pull that out. Yes, okay? And so that's how you're going to set up some of the other things and whatever, and yeah.
So I get it. I get it out here while you're right here
Yeah.
before you go over.
And so you could, if you wanted to, try to reach up and over to grab, but the problem is, I still got this underhook.
Yeah, I feel
I'm
like
going to flatten out.
Yep.
So I don't know. So this is where I wouldn't do that.
Because I gotta protect you from getting this underhook.
That's the other thing, yeah. Because if I start to, you want to, like, I want to. This is, I'm based out low.
Yeah, I gotta
You
protect
know,
this.
I'm keeping low. And the thing is, you have to be careful too, because I can start going like this. And turn this out.
Yep.
And that's why I'm going to be keeping, you know. But if I transition over here, actually, yeah. So grab that, and then hit your like grab it as kind of on that as you can. And then take your elbow and drive it into my like spine area. Yes. And then this comes out. No, that stays on. That stays.
Oh, got it.
You're basically sucking that out. The knee comes behind me.
Which knee?
This knee slides behind me. Yeah. Boom.
Got it. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm holding that top leg. I like that.
Yeah, because they can't turn
Yeah.
either which way.
And getting that bottom
Yeah.
right. That's cool.
So the problem is, if you try to go up
Uh-huh.
without that grip on the lapel,
Right.
they're just going to turn
Right.
basically into you,
I like that.
and then you're gonna be stuck. So
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah.
yeah, so that's fun. All right, I guess we can roll around a little bit now. Just get some more drink. Actually, hey Zach, where are you from? Like, where are you located? In the States somewhere? Assuming you're still on chat. Felt like at some point.
Oh, he's from Cali.
Oh yeah?
Welcome, bro.
They're on mandatory lockdown.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully you're staying safe out there, bro.
Fight the power. Don't let the government tell you what to do. No, we've been having some good discussions at work actually about all this kind of stuff. I work with some pretty thoughtful people.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
Sean?
What's up? What's up, Sean? I don't know Sean. At least I don't know Sean. I might know Sean, but I don't know if I know Sean.
415.
415. Usually that's usually like the area code, right? Where are you from, Sean? We're in Maryland,
That's up.
San Francisco.
Yeah, man.
Nice. You got all these Cali people
West
out here.
Coast brothers.
This is the thing, yeah. Lock all the state down so that everybody. I'm getting more. I'm like getting new
Or
California
West Coast,
viewers
yeah.
because they're all stuck inside. So yeah, watch my Twitch stream. They get it on Twitch. See how the little icon next to their name? That's the Twitch logo.
Oh, got it.
So like
Okay.
when Oscar was on there earlier, it was a Facebook logo.
Got it.
So kind of.
Uh-huh.
And the only thing is, sorry, I know it's boring for you guys. It kind of sends it back out to the other chat things, except for Facebook.
Got it.
So like if you're in the Twitch chat,
Uh-huh.
and someone chats from YouTube or Facebook,
Right.
it sends it back out to that
It blasts
chat
it.
too, so they see it. But people on Facebook don't see.
They won't see the whole
like
thing.
like anybody watching on Facebook, we're basically talking. They don't see any of the chat for this. unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or at least it was like that before. I don't know if they fixed it, but originally you weren't able to do it.
What does it mean with the blue dots on the side? Like some people have blue dots and some people don't.
Blue dots. Oh. So I think that's just this app has the ability. I don't think it's set up though in this thing where it would like show their Twitch picture
Got it.
or whatever their little icon is.
Yeah.
So
It's a Twitch Prime thing. Got it. Cool.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I gotta get affiliated or whatever, so you guys can
Help you
subscribe
out.
them with your Twitch Prime, your Twitch Prime in it. All right. So we're just gonna play around, roll, whatever.
I'm good. That's good. You can hold my collar. Go.
Yeah.
with me. Pull it back here, my tax card, but I'll give you a second. Sorry. That was my calves. Maybe I should stretch them out a little better.
Yeah.
Before class, like before I do stuff. I think about it, I don't stretch it out really.
That's where you cramp first, you know? So use those a lot.
I'm feeling a whole lot better today.
Yeah, good.
Like way
Stomach.
better. Yeah. Alright. So we were in half guard, but you had, honestly, you had this kind of, yeah, whatever, right there. Go. Yep, half guard. Yeah, I can't let you get that insulated anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's too hard to get out.
Once
Not
I
that
get
much
the
you get
power.
it, but I just mean it's like,
No, I get what you're saying, no.
I gotta fight much harder before.
Yeah. Like once I used to get there and want to move a lot.
Yeah.
Now I just
No,
get
there's
there,
no
I
reason,
just
no
stop.
reason to.
I just stop.
Woo!
Shoot though. It's my special power.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah, we can jump. There you go, real quick.
When it comes to return to PlatinumJ, you're gonna have to get that leg free. Yeah, me too.
Well, the thing is, it is two-parted, Zach. I could have fought longer, but the problem is, if I do that, my neck's going to be sore for 4 days after this. And he knows enough now that he can play low enough until he can pass through it. I know I'm going to have to work way too hard, but I'm just going to not get it. And my neck's one of the things I try to protect the most because I've had problems with it. So we probably could have sat there for another 2 minutes of me defending, but he was going to get it, and then it was just going to be cranking on my neck. So it's like, it's where it's like, this is just training, you know?
Yeah.
But he legitimately, like, he had that, you know, if I didn't just basically tap, he was going to get that.
Sean, I still have a knee injury.
So as far as injuries and stuff, Sean, I've never had any major things, but I have seen a lot of people who have. So my suggestion, yeah, it's like, this isn't worlds out here, you know? It's kind of a balance. So I would say, and look, I'm no medical person, okay? I'm a computer,
Say that first,
I'm a computer nerd, okay? Come back as soon as you're comfortable to do drilling, and do drilling. And then do drilling for a while. There's no reason to rush back into full anything, okay? And do drilling for a couple weeks. And let the strength in your knee start to build up and stuff. You know, and do some like, you know, and obviously, like I said, consult your doctor if you have someone who's like rehabbing with you or whatever, telling you, you know, rehab. Obviously, listen to them. But do things to strengthen the knee without putting a lot of strain on your knee. You could do like just weight, you know, squats, little things like that, and work on building the strength up in your knee. But get the drilling, you know, and just don't drill anything that's gonna put pressure in your knee. You know, if knee cuts are a problem, don't do knee cuts. You know, do something else. Find a word, knee cut the other way. You know, do what you can. And if at any point you don't feel comfortable with it, stop. Let it rest. Because what you don't want to do is think it's good, push it too much and have it get injured again. And then you're going to be out for, you're just extending it. I know people who have had 3, 4, 5 knee surgeries because they don't take the time to recover and they come back too soon. So don't be that person. Make sure in that time you only do stuff you trust. Yes, another great bit of advice. Yes, and that's something that everybody needs to be really, really comfortable with doing, even if they're not injured. If you're not comfortable training with someone, you can't even sit on my knee like that right now. Okay, so that's the thing. So don't do knee cuts, don't do that kind of stuff. You know, maybe do like a light X-pats where you're not really driving into the knee, you're just placing the knee onto the chest and then coming back. You know, or whatever you can do, and just. Like I would say, the way I would handle it, like I said, no experience, is, what's up, Josh? Do as much as you can, but on the lower side of as much as you can, in terms of feeling comfortable. You want to push it a little bit, but you don't want it to get injured in any way. You know what I also just realized? I have the chat. The chat's not on that. Let me put that in there. Hold on a second, people. I'm just realizing people watching the stream won't see the chat. We're doing okay. We were just messing around, playing around. We were doing some flowing, and now we're just rolling a little bit, having some fun. Talking to y'all, you pooples. Talking to all you people.
Yeah, man.
All right, you can play bottom now.
Cool.
Start close guard and go.
Yeah. Amazing space. Greetings from Brazil.
What's up? RFCR. Rap crew.
Sorry.
Oh, they got a good grip
No,
on
I
that.
know that was good.
Oh, I had a good grip on that.
Okay. What do you want?
Yeah. It used to work for me, Zach. It doesn't work very much anymore.
What, the triangle?
Yeah.
From where?
Someone's like passing into side control or they're in side control.
Uh-huh.
Back in side control.
Oh, down here, push down.
Here.
Uh-huh.
And then,
Do I have to have it on through?
yeah, here. Yeah, the passing.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Boom. Yeah.
boom, here. Yeah.
And I have one arm in.
Yeah. But that's
Good.
that doesn't really work for me much anymore.
Favorite soap?
Who's that? Maybe one of the longer guys.
Oh, okay. There's favorite soap?
Favorite submission.
Uh-huh.
My favorite submission is pretty boring.
From what position?
So if I can have my way in a match, one or two things are going to happen. I take them down, house guard, mount, finish them out. That's usually not what happens though. What usually happens is I take the back somehow, and then once I have the back, okay,
Here we go.
so once I have the back, you know, it's very rare that we're here, sitting in the middle. We're usually on one side or the other. Now me, I want them on this side, okay? But I can finish from either side, okay? So if we end up on this side, my choking side, I just do cross collar choke in the back. I open this, let's scoot up a little bit more. Since the camera's up there. Yeah. There's that.
Yeah.
Let's get it this way. Here we go. So I'm here. I get my position established first, because if I'm trying to get for this and then it gets out, can't do that. So I get my position, boom, tight. Make sure I got connection. Head tight. Make it feel like he's stuck. You know. When I'm ready, I got to get my choking grip in, but I want to get a good grip to like initially. And what that's going to look like is not me pulling this and grabbing in, because if I pull this, I'm really tightening the space here, not opening it. I want to open it. So I open, I make like a crescent, a banana shape in my hand. I reach in and grab as deep as I can and get a hold, and then I rev down, rev the grip in. My other grip comes to the other, let me pull this down a little bit, comes to the other side here, and I'm pulling it straight down. And then all I'm doing is I'm coming up to my forearm, and I'm coming up, I can extend out, just start to come up, and then I'm just bringing my elbow back until I get to choke. If I have a good enough grip, a slider choke, okay. If I have a good enough grip, I don't have to come up very far, okay? So now let's say we fell to the other side. Let's switch, spin around. So if we fall to the other side, the not choking side, first thing I'm concentrating on is my head has to be tight. I can't let his head get to the ground. If his head gets to the ground, I can't choke at all. He's gonna get out. So I'm staying tight, okay? I'm still getting the same choking grip. Setting it up, okay? Now, I transition my feet. I'm also, at this point, I'm usually using this hand to block his grip, because he's usually fighting, so I'm blocking this. I step and cut my leg across, and I extend out to flatten, and I can choke, or I'm really trying to turn him to the other side. So I turn, when we go to the other side, this thing. So now once I get to the other side, I'm up like this. I can either go for that regular choke, or I pressure into him so I might get my bottom leg out. So I pressure into him, pull this out, come back, fall back, boom, and choke. Sorry.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but I transitioned that into the bow and arrow. So, What about you, Kyle? What's your favorite choke?
Head and arm. Or,
Head and arm, right?
Head and arm or reverse head and arm.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you you want to show them how you kind of set up the head and arm?
Yeah.
And it's just you just use the pressure and basically
Yeah.
creating the position. So
Yeah. So either from half or side control.
this is the half that you usually
Okay.
set for half.
So half. Right. Once I get this deep underhook here.
Especially when they get frames, I'm sure.
Yeah. So they get frames. If they don't have frames, then I'm just gonna pressure down on them hard with my shoulder. But I kind of get them into pushing back on me, and I feel that, and I pop this through. And once I pop this through, now I want to get my ear to the floor. And like I put my head here, sometimes you'll hear me like base out my hand on this side, so I make sure that, that I can't get rocked anyway. And now I just settle in. Sometimes I'm like too high, so I'll move back.
This is even worse.
Yeah, I'll move back and kind of grind up to get that, get that pressure there.
Yep.
So if sometimes you block and you go like here, like you put like your answer on the phone or something,
Yeah.
that's when I then transition and start going reverse case, coming around, working that game. So I start working around this side.
And breaking out of that. Very good. Think that's good for today?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, good.
training.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I don't know what was, but it must have been stuff I ate or was eating or something.
Yeah, it feels
I
better.
feel so much better today.
Yeah.
So much better than those last couple
That
times.
was awesome,
so.
man.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching us. Thanks for jumping in.
Heel hooks next time.
What's my
Opinion
on heel hooks? Well, from like a conceptual standpoint, they're a great submission. If you heel hook someone and they don't tap, you're going to rip their knee apart. So that's my opinion on it. It's a great submission. I don't know really if like you should be learning that very early or not. Most people seem to think like the general consensus I see is that purple belt and up is where people start learning it. I started working on leg stuff, including rolling with some people that would do heel hooks when I was a white belt. And I'll be honest, I think the fact that I did that, I'm scared of heel hooks, but I'm not scared of being in a position that they can heel hook me. Like, I'm actually going to say this, and this is a jinxing kind of thing. I don't think I've ever been heel hooked, in all actuality, because I've always been able to kind of get out of it and stuff. Do you think it should be allowed in competitions? Yes. I think, and legitimately, I think purple belt and up, it should be allowed. Purple belt and up, everything should be allowed. Because I feel like once you're at a purple belt level, you should be able to do everything in jiu-jitsu. You might not be good at everything in jiu-jitsu, but you should feel comfortable in everything in jiu-jitsu. And if you're starting leg stuff at purple, you're going to be very uncomfortable when you're doing that. If you introduce this stuff early, but you need to make sure you respect the submission. Yes, and that's the thing. It's like, even more, look, if you don't tap to a heel hook, you're going to rip your knee up. If you don't tap to a knee bar, you're going to rip your knee up. If you don't tap to an arm bar, you're going to rip your arm up. Like, if you don't tap to a Kimura, your shoulder's going to get ripped up. Like, any of these things, if you don't tap to them, you're going to get messed up. But the reason I think people are so cautious with heel hooks is because, unlike, look, let's say I just let somebody armbar me hard and they hyperextend my elbow. I can wrap it up and I can still train with it wrapped up. I can still do stuff. And it's going to be a while before it's right, but I can slowly work back and it's not going to, it's not going to like completely keep me from training or doing things. A heel hook, if you don't tap to it and you get your knee ripped up, you're done for a minimum of 6 months. And that's like 6 months of like really affecting your life, depending on like my job. I sit at I sit at a desk. That's the thing. Like heel hook my left leg, please. That way I can kind of still drive. If you leave me heel hook my right leg, I'm screwed. So it's like, you got to be smart about it. But yeah, and that's Zach, 100%. That's exactly how I train too. Like if I've trained with some people that are very, very stubborn sometimes. And I just let it go. Like, it's not worth my time to prove that I can get a tap on somebody. It's not training is training. Like, I'm just trying to get myself better. Like being able to finish submissions and stuff is good. It's a part of being, getting better, but not at the expense of hurting my training partners or anything like that. And the good thing is, I feel kind of fortunate. Like most of the people I train with, or the people I've trained with for a long time, none of us have egos about this stuff. None of us we'll push each other because we want to try to like do better, but it has nothing to do with like it doesn't kind of. I don't know. We're just training. It's just training to get better. Yeah, and it's just like I trust the people I train with. I train with people that I know I'm gonna not have to worry about that as much. But that's it. But so like even when I was like training heel hooks, the people I was training heel hooks with, I kind of knew they weren't gonna hurt me or probably weren't gonna hurt me. But like I wouldn't go to some like random place I don't know anybody and go after heel hooking so much or whatever. Or if we're doing that, like it's a no-gi class and they're doing heel hooks and stuff, just be careful with it and you're not trying to prove anything. If you think you got it, they're not tapping, just let it go. You don't want them to, whatever. Yeah, yep. And that's the thing, with chokes you can play, and that's the thing, and I mean, I wouldn't just let yourself get choked out or anything, but you could play a little bit more with chokes, 2 weeks ago, in fact, the last rolling session I did at Agogi before everything closed, basically. I was rolling with this white belt, big guy, because they were getting ready there's the competition, it was supposed to be that Saturday. So he had me in a choke, and I didn't think it was that tight or whatever, and I was playing with it, I was letting him try to work it more and more, and then I was like, all right, it's starting to get tight, so I tapped. But it was one of those chokes where sometimes what happens is, like I let it go to the point where I was like, I really need to choke. And I tap and it lets go, but it still takes a little bit
to get the blood to get back,
So I was sitting there and I was like, he's like, are you okay? And it's what I always know they always feel weird. Because like they'll ask me if I'm okay. And my brain's like, you should say yes.
It's like,
but my body is like, doesn't know how to say yes yet.
Oxygen's not there yet.
So I'm just sitting there, just like, just looking like I'm just sitting there. It was like lights were on, but
nobody's home.
For a second.
Nobody's home.
And then he felt really bad. And I was like, no, man. I was like, I need to not let that happen. Like, I need to not let that get so close. But see, that's the thing. You can play with those a little bit. Honestly, straight up, if I don't know you and you grab my leg, I'm probably just gonna tap to be safe until I get comfortable with you. That's not a bad thing to do either. But I would say, like, you also have to be comfortable, and it depends on what level you're at and how long you've trained stuff. And only, kind of like I was saying with your knee, especially, look, if you're coming back from knee injury and someone touches your knee, yes, like, yeah, I understand that 100%. But don't be completely scared about it. If someone's starting to get to where they have the lock, tap immediately, be ready to tap very quickly. But don't be too scared, because it's going to be. Just remember, we're trying to get our jiu-jitsu better. Sometimes you have to be able to work through stuff. You got to figure out where to be. Obviously work with people you're comfortable with as much first. But when you've done a little work with it, don't be 100% afraid of people. Just be mindful to tap and stuff, and just tap extra early because you don't know there's some dummy or whatever. I think the worst thing in BJ is when coaches
nail
belly. Ha ha ha. Yep.
We've all been there.
Yeah. I like to do knee on belly, but I don't. That happens a lot of times too. But I don't. I feel bad about doing it sometimes to people, especially like people smaller. Like, I don't care if I would knee on belly pile all day. I don't care about that. But anybody smaller than me, it's like no, thank you. So I just feel bad, especially if they're like less experienced and stuff, where they just can't get out. And I'm just like,
they just suffer.
Yeah, I'm just like, why am I killing you like this? So, all right, I think we're going to clean up and go ahead and get out of here. We got a good. This was good. I'm
good
glad,
session, man.
I feel so much better today. Like I said, I'm so happy that I could actually get some rolling in and not feel sick like last couple times. It was weird. Friend the other day, and he let Yep. No, that's why I always. It's funny. I can usually hold it in against most people until I go against like my coach or something, and then I'm like so behind and tired, and it's like.
He did not do cardio.
Yeah. He used to train at gym.
Cardio day. Cardio Dan.
It's fun. So I was just seeing. Checking Ingrid had messaged me, but she was telling me where the Facebook was. And she said she couldn't see it on YouTube. But that was a half hour ago, so I don't know. So, all right, everybody. I think that's it. I don't know if I'll be doing a bunch of streams during the week or not. I'll probably do a couple, but I'm probably not going to do one like every night or roast every night like last week, right? I actually did 3. to be honest.
Pace yourself.
Yeah, I was just I was trying to get other things done too, but I will be working from home this week, so I also will not be traveling around as much. So we'll see. But yeah, nice seeing you guys. So go ahead and follow on Twitch here if you want. I'll be in to get notifications. And if you're new, check out my YouTube channel below.
Here's that.
It has all the like archives of my streams. I've been doing these streams every week for a couple months now. Do you have an Instagram? I don't think you have an Instagram, do you? That you use. He hasn't. He's not an Instagram personality. Okay? Trying to think if there's anything else. But yeah, check out those. Like you can see all my old streams on the YouTube channel. I have an Instagram, so I'll post updates and stuff on
Facebook guy.
what you call it. I'll post updates about the stream and everything, what we're doing on Instagram. Also, I'll post more information about this spot as more information comes out and stuff, or as we put together some more stuff. Everything's kind of on hold right now, obviously, because of all the stuff going on. So let's keep up with that, and I think that's it. Have a good week of doing well. I always tell people,
Yeah.
figure out what you can do at home.
Safe,
Do as much as you home. You know, like I was telling a person earlier, if you have a friend, roommate, or someone at home, just ask them to be your drilling dummy. Just have them sit there with their legs up, drill around them. It could be the first step that gets them into doing it. You know. So, see you later, Josh. Bye, everybody. Until next week or whenever this week. Keep up. Bye.